Welcome to the New Sages Garden channel. I'm Sarah, and today I'm going to show you around a winter bed that I planted about last September. I got a little ambitious. I planted carrots, scallions, carrots, more carrots, parsley, and radishes in this bed. Well, the parsley did really good, and it's actually, kind of been taken over by the radish. So this is what remains of our winter garden, which maybe tells you how well our winter garden did. With the exception of the carrots, which we've really just enjoyed for about the first time today. We made some juice. First time doing carrots. I won't say it's the last. The radishes, a lot of these actually became kind of woody. But I've didn't eat some of this, and now I want the space for my tomato plants. We're up to 21 right now. Stay tuned. Okay, so if you let your vegetables go a little too long, you forgot about them, they weren't that great, your vegetables will go to seed. Usually at that point, the underground parts, if you have a radish or a carrot, they start to not taste so great. So you're definitely not going to put that on the dinner table. But you could let these things go to seed. This is a radish, and it's doing pretty good. And if I let this continue to go, it would flower like this radish over here and produce seeds. And then since these are open pollinated heirloom varieties, I could plant these seeds next year. These radishes were okay. I'll plant radishes again, but I have radish seed. So I think I'm going to pull these up and get the space for my tomatoes. So this is kind of what we have here in terms of our radish. It looks like there's some slug action right here in the tuber. There's a bug inside! So this is a radish. This is a Saxa radish, and I need the space for my tomato plants. So we're going to give this a yank, thinking about ergonomics just a little bit. Ooh. Ooh. Now that is a lot of biomass.
So you said something about a lot of biomass. Did you finish that? Thought?
I don't know, but I actually have some bugs. I don't know what kind of bugs these are. Oh, I think these are ladybugs. I'm pretty near certain of it.
Nice.
So we're gonna leave these hang out in the garden.
It's always great to get some second life out of some of these more tender foliages that will break down.
Absolutely, Jim, and so we'll be putting that back in the compost pile where it can feed next year's garden. About the only thing that we don't put in the compost pile is vegetation that's heavily infested with insects. So at the end of the growing season, a lot of times your zucchinis, your melons, cantaloupes, aphids really like these plants, and they just become delicious about late July, August. If you're pulling your plants out in October, November, you're definitely going to see a lot of aphids. Those go in the green waste bin. Don't compost those. Don't compost weeds. Don't compost weeds. Stop. Don't do it.
Right. Today's 420, but don't compost weeds. All right.
So we've let the garden go a little long, and there's actually some late season weeds that are starting to come up. Actually, these are spring grasses. Specifically, this is rabbit's foot or polypogon. This must have been in with probably the carrot seeds and the onion seeds. I'm going to go ahead and pull that. It's not what we want. Just put these in a bucket. Thought I saw one more. He's out of here. Get out of here! This is an onion. This is just starting to bloom. think I'm actually going to let this go. My recollection is that garlic and tomatoes got along just fine, so with onion being in the allium family, same as garlic, I'm just going to let that go. So the next time that you come and visit me here in Tomato Alley, I will have tomatoes planted perhaps alongside my blooming onion. My blooming onion. Let's take a look inside real quick, my yo-yo. Okay, so let's take a look inside the yo-yo. Pop the lid off and, ew, gross. Look at all those slugs. This is where the slugs have been coming from. Should have drained this. Okay, gardening lessons. Let's look underneath. So, these are roots. Roots from the radishes.
Hey, that's cool.
Probably some roots from the carrots, just roots. So, the concept of the yo-yo is filled with water. The terracotta is porous. The roots can access the water. So we'll be doing this with our cucumbers. And this is disgusting. I'm gonna go pour salt in this. You know, I'm excited for the next season here. This winter garden trying it out business was real fun. Parsley worked nicely here. Had some success with carrots, but I'll tell you, talk about patience on that one. So aside from the parsley, radishes, okay. Probably need to work on turnover for those for next year. Come on back to Tomato Alley.